I'm Julia Andrews, and I'm from Ohio State University. I'm a distinguished university professor in the History of Art department. And while I'm in Taiwan, I'm on a cross-straits fellowship based at the Academia Sinica in the Institute of History and Philology. In Taiwan on a cross-straits fellowship for the 2016-2017 academic year. My topic I'm calling China Roars, which is based on the title of a woodblock produced in the 1930s. But it deals with the construction of the modern Chinese art world between 1919 and 1949, based upon the private art societies that were formed during that period. Why I'm looking at private art societies is that the government was in a very weak state during that period, and there was a vacuum, an institutional vacuum, that the idealistic and hardworking members of the cultural elite simply filled in with their own hard work, their own social relations, and their own organizing activities. Probably the most significant is that the bringing together of so many highly committed people to the promotion of modernist and traditionalist Chinese art during the Republican period. Art World was doing in the Republican period was trying to connect with the international community. They made very strong, in some cases quite successful efforts to show their work in Europe and show their work in America and bring international artists into China. It was, I suppose, what we might call a soft power effort, although nobody had that idea. They believed that by taking that to Europe and the United States, that it could begin to Western people know the strengths and great depth of Chinese culture and civilization. Through the art world, one can actually see the society of the time and get a better understanding of the kind of basic worldview that lies behind a lot of the way. It, of course, works in the art world, but it can work in any other kind of social activity. One recent one was I had the opportunity to visit a collector who has the largest collection of the traditionalist painting anywhere, I think, possibly in the world. On a personal note, the opportunity to interact with some of the very old artists and who I'd known 40 years ago and see the great work that they're doing today. And then now that I know something about the art world of that early time from my study, and go back and ask them a little bit more better informed questions. My inspiration to apply was because I had been to a couple of conferences in Taiwan over the last couple of years, and I got a sense the research atmosphere was really very, very positive. Everything has been so much more productive than I imagined in my wildest dreams, and in fact, so it's really been such a great experience.